Welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be discussing No Love Zone by Danbi. Now before we get started, there will be spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled on this manhwa, go ahead and click off now. No worries, I'll catch you next time. Now for those of you left behind, let's go over some content warnings. There may be references to cheating, power imbalance, dubious consent, death, hostile work environment, bullying, stalking, blackmail, assault, violence, BDSM, and blood, as these things do appear in the manhwa. Now, if that's all good with you, let's go and get started. As always, let's start with a quick synopsis. Yoon is a newbie at his company. He's been there a year, but his level of responsibility is still pretty low, much to his dismay. While he pines for better opportunities at work, he also longs for better in his love life. Unfortunately, his relationship history has been fraught with shitty men. His current partner is no different, always asking him for money and ignoring him most of the time. Still, Yoon will take what he can get, until he sees his beau out in the streets with a wife and child in tow. Yoon is heartbroken. At least work isn't so bad, until he meets his new manager Ji-hook. Ji-hook is exactly Yoon's type. Tall, dark, and handsome. Too bad he seems to have it out for Yoon, tossing all of the scut work onto his plate and criticizing every little thing he turns in. So his love life is in shambles, and his professional life isn't going so hot either. Can Yoon catch a break, and will he figure out why Ji-hook is trying so hard to put him down? The art style isn't my favorite. Admittedly, I almost didn't read it because of the art style on the cover. It does get better. The kids and the chibis especially are just too adorable for words, but the art itself isn't very consistent. Yoon's head is often bulbous at the top and entirely disproportionate to his face, and their bodies look a bit weird during the smutty sections. It's not bad. Certainly it's better than anything I could do, but this isn't the best compared to some of the manhwa I've read. The best art is in the special episodes at the end, and I do think that's worth seeing. Don't let my pickiness over art scare you away, because I think this is a fun read overall. As for the story, it's fine. It feels a little bit half-baked, and the way Yoon flip-flops is a little weird and annoying. For example, Ji-hook confesses to still liking Yoon even after all this time. And even after Yoon rejected him. They're having sex and Ji-hook wants to be with Yoon in a serious relationship. Just to play hard to get, Yoon agrees to form a fuck buddy or friends with benefits situationship type of thing, which Ji-hook accepts just because he wants to be close to Yoon any way he can. After a while in this casual relationship, Yoon begins to question if Ji-hook just wants him for his body or if he actually likes him beyond the sex. It's odd that he would question that of Ji-hook when Yoon was the one to create this solely physical relationship. Yoon in general is just not my favorite character of all time. Ji-hook isn't really either, though he has a soft place in my heart because of his puppy dog nature. There's also this unusual scene where Ji-hook calls someone to presumably take care of Yoon's ex, but we have no clarity on how Ji-hook has the connections to do that or what all was done. It just felt a bit random. I will say this one has plenty of sex. Yoon and Ji-hook almost exclusively have sex, which is the majority of the relationship. I don't mind that, but I know some people may want more story or platonic growth in the relationship. That really isn't here. I've also put a trigger warning on this for dubious consent in the written version of this review, as one of Yoon's favorite things to say is stop and no. As someone who's also prone to saying stuff like that during sex even when I don't mean it, this didn't bother me all that much and didn't seem like non-con to me. However, some people will probably be bothered by this, so I wanted to point it out. Where this one really shines though is in the special episodes, which take place in an alternate historical-ish universe where everyone has animal characteristics and can turn into their animals. Yoon and his siblings are bunnies and live in a bunny village, while Ji-hook is a tiger. In my opinion, the story in this section is way better than the main story, and the art's also better and more consistent. It has a much stronger storyline with a well-built backstory. There's more tension between the villagers and Yoon, along with the pressures Yoon has to raise his siblings alone, which was lost in the main story since his grandma raised them. It just felt so much more well-crafted overall. There's also an implication that there could be impreg. It isn't confirmed, so I can't tag it as such, but knowing it was possible made my little degenerate heart very happy. With all that being said, this is a fun little story. I'm always up for lots of smut, some light BDSM elements, which are always a welcome addition, and a stellar side story that I wish would have gone on forever. Is it perfection? No, but it's certainly not bad. So manage your expectations and you'll probably have a great time with this one. So, have you read No Love Zone? If so, what do you think? Do you agree with my assessment? Do you not? Let me know and comment below. Otherwise, I'll catch you next time. Bye!